Welcome to Rewind, the podcast. On today's episode,
I have something to say. I forgot.
Okay. Beyonce's gone country, gal.
She's gone country.
Quit being ugly.
You going to jail.
Yeah.
They will put her in any scenario to show them titties.
Wake up, wake up.
Anybody else trying to get through they podcast or just me?
Say you don't like black people.
Give me a goodbye episode and get the hell on. What
That
comes
is the
around
truth.
goes around and the other way around.
I will read you down the house like we are at the Library of Congress, bitch.
It was giving beautiful gowns.
Yanks performance
Ooh,
video.
that was so dramatic.
Yeah.
Why you shading her like that?
Call Tom Hanks. She is in a league of her own.
Okay, bitch. The girls.
The world.
I didn't think that the bar could get any higher. Her throat was very lubricated that day.
That's so Raymond.
Bad bitches don't beg.
I get on my knees for different things.
Now she really gonna be all up in your face, and I love it. Is this a J-Lo hate podcast?
It is! Girl, Diddy or didn't he? You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
not a question.
Yes, it is. Diddy or didn't he?
He definitely did.
He definitely did. Welcome back to the pod. Okay, what are we talking about?
Girl, we gotta have to clean that up because that's a mess.
You say I never throw it to you.
That was the worst throw I've ever heard.
Do we have party girl voice today?
I definitely have party girl voice today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to
Welcome back to Rewind the Podcast. I'm Billy Bob.
Oh God.
Here with my co-host, James.
Anyways, what I meant was did he or didn't he? And we're talking about Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Did he?
He did. He did.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Okay, this is the thing about the whole Diddy situation is I felt like I got real tuned in once they were rating his houses, but apparently there is so much lore.
So much backstory. And you want me to give you
I need the
give you the tea?
and then I'll give my opinion.
Okay, so let's start by saying for like decades, the word on the street is that Diddy is weird. Okay? Like, he says weird things to people. He does weird things to people. He puts people in compromising positions, that kind of thing.
I watched Making the Band.
When he made them walk for that cheesecake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that and then
Out of pocket.
They come out in booty shorts and bras.
Literally.
I wanted to die.
I forgot about that.
Loved that.
That's hilarious. So for years, like, I mean, we can get conspiracy about it that, like,
We are a conspiracy podcast.
he had Biggie killed is a one conspiracy because Biggie was going to leave Bad Boy and start his own album, record label. Like, it gets dark, right? So we'll start with the Cassie lawsuit.
Okay.
That's when people started being like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
The things that she alleges in this lawsuit are disturbing and wild.
Yes.
We're talking hiring sex workers, being forced to perform sex acts with sex workers, being drugged, abused, very, very dark, heavy stuff.
And she's talking about her or a lot of people.
I think in this situation, it was about her.
Okay.
So I think she, under some New York law or something, like the statute of limitations were up. So that's why we're seeing all these lawsuits coming out lately. Because now.
Like NDA stuff.
Yeah, like in the state of New York, you can prosecute. I'm not a lawyer. Speaking of,
I did watch Legally Blonde though.
I follow, for real. If you want to know this info, on TikTok, Instagram, I'm not a lawyer, but is a good person. She's the best. Her name's Melanie Goolsby, and she will break down like all of the lawsuits, the RICO cases with the rappers. She be doing that. She do the Diddy stuff. So follow her. She's fantastic. That's why
you're watching on YouTube. We're gonna put it right here.
Yeah, that's why I get my news. So Cassie was an artist in the early 2000s.
Me and you.
Hey, I've been waiting.
Think I wanna make a move. She took that lyric literally. I've been waiting. Think I wanna make a move. Okay.
Like, she was so cute. She was dating Diddy.
Yeah.
For years. I think she was signed to Bad Boy.
Okay.
Her lawsuit comes out where she is stating all these claims.
Okay.
I think 48 hours after, he pays her off. He settles.
Oh, like
With her.
drops her?
No, he settles out of court.
Oh, okay.
So this would not go to trial for like an undisclosed amount, which has to be millions upon millions upon millions upon millions.
Cassie said, I'm going to secure that bag.
So originally, people were like, no, hold up. If you didn't do it,
Why are you settling?
Why are you settling? And
that
so
part.
quickly. He had to step down from a lot of his, stuff he be doing.
I do remember this because it was like...
Yeah, it all happened really quickly and everybody was like, what the hell? This is insane.
a lot of speculation on TikTok.
Yes.
Don't ban TikTok.
Please don't, because how are we going to know?
Yeah.
So then after the Cassie one, a former employee came out and had very similar stories about being drugged and being, knowing that he has these parties, these Diddy parties, where wild things are happening, right? He comes out, he says that he was forced to do things he didn't want to do, and that he named Cuba Gooding Jr.
Radio.
He said that he was touching all up on him and stuff. He named a lot of celebrities.
He was dropping names.
Yes, and a lot of those names are redacted. So people are trying to speculate, was Usher mentioned in this? Was so-and-so, was so-and-so? So go and do your research on it.
One I saw recently because of a video was LeBron James.
LeBron James?
Yep, he was like, ain't no party like a Diddy party. And then it was stitching and everybody's like...
And I will say, though, Diddy does throw epic parties. I've only been to a couple, and I'm just kidding. I've never been.
Now you're talking about these parties, and you're like, honestly, I turn up.
But he has these epic parties that, the Kardashians be there.
Oh.
Everybody goes. It's giving Epstein's Island, where it's just because you was on the list don't necessarily mean you was being nefarious. A part of nefarious activities. Because I've said this and I'll say it again, and they called me horrible. If anybody offer me to go to their private island on their private jet, I'm going. I'm going to say, yes, please.
Girl.
I'm going to ask questions later.
Oh, my gosh. There's a very select few audience members right now who probably heard that and was like, so Raven did it.
Yeah. I'm not on the list.
No.
They wouldn't invite a little black girl from Alabama. But for real, it's if Diddy invited you to a party in 2006, you not going. I take that with a grain of salt.
Well, I've heard too, there's been rumors about any kind of Hollywood party stuff on the internet where it's there's the party and then there's
the after party.
The dark stuff that goes on in the room that you got to knock twice to get into.
Yes. Lecrae talks about it. A lot of people have said oh no, I've been to the parties, but I leave it at midnight.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened after midnight.
Stuff gets weird.
Stuff gets weird.
On the donkey mask.
Exactly. So Touré, I think that's how you pronounce his name, was on the Reed Report.
Okay.
Talking about his family member who he knew Diddy, knows Diddy, well enough to call him up and be like, my family member needs an internship, right? Diddy's like, absolutely. Come on. Allegedly, you done spilled that coffee 14 times.
It went in the plant. The plant's gonna...
Angelo, poor plants. They already dying over here.
They're not. I try to feel... Well, that one behind you is...
Y'all, Angelo was nice enough.
Come to the left a little bit.
Angelo was nice enough to let us use his plants for set, and then they came over here, and because of Blake, whatever he be doing, they over here dying.
Watering them.
It's the air. It's your negative, nasty energy. Okay.
Says you.
And that's why you try that.
I will clock you. We're 2 days away from your birthday. I will read you down the house like we are at the Library of Congress, bitch.
Oh my God, dramatic.
So did he?
Yeah.
Or didn't he?
But I'm bum.
Ta-ta.
So basically...
I told you I'd get you.
Anybody else trying to get through they podcast or just me? Okay. So basically his family member, Diddy said to him allegedly, that either you spend the night with me tonight or you no longer have an internship. And dude was like, well, I guess.
I want to pause right there. Internships are usually unpaid.
Right!
You don't even get mileage for the
I'm
gas.
selling my body.
Yeah, and you got to take out trash and get lunch orders, and you think I'm going to you?
Absolutely not. I don't care who you are.
Absolutely not. You need to at least get me a gift card. No, that sounds like I would do it. That's not what I mean. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm not doing all that.
No. Definitely not for no internship.
No.
Get out of here.
Put me on the payroll for me to even consider pretending like I'm going to do it, but I'm still not.
Exactly. But he told him nah, and his internship ended. And this man has no reason to lie. Like, and my mama always say, everybody not gonna tell the same lie.
You said that.
Like, if everybody got the same story, there's truth to this. Now, let me tell you something about Homeland Security and the feds and all them.
Tell me.
When they show up at your house, you going to jail.
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
They
jail. Have everything they need. They just verifying at this point. You are going to jail.
Jail. Oh, no, you're not going to jail. You're going to prison. Yes.
Stick a fork in him. He is done.
Yes. And
it's over.
Can I say this? I love, this is going to sound bad. I love when people in power who feel like they are untouchable get touched.
Oh,
no, that's not
okay.
bad. But you know what? No. Okay, hold on.
No.
Let me try again. When they feel like they are untouchable, get yanked down off their platform
100%.
because it's like, we'll show you how quickly you can fall.
Also, you cannot go around hurting people for decades upon decades and not think that something's going to happen to you.
Yeah. That's the
This is listen, what comes around goes around the other way around.
That's why J-Lo's getting jacked to the mud on TikTok. Different allegations.
How'd she get in it?
Because she's not kind.
You don't know her.
And I'm here scrolling, and I'm here for it. I met her once, but we're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into it.
He's going to bring up American Idol, everybody.
So we're going to go past it. Yeah, that's a different episode for a different day.
Oh, my gosh. You will take any opportunity to bring up an American Idol.
But you know what? I'll say this. If you're going to act like you smelled a fart when I say hello in an audition room, when I see all this slander against you, I'm going to watch every second of it. I'm going to like, I'm going to repost, I'm going to comment.
Is this a J-Lo hate podcast?
It is! That's the best note I've ever held.
I did it.
You did it. High five, girlfriend.
Thank you.
Oh.
So yeah, but like Cat Williams, 50 Cent, everyone's been saying for years that Diddy's foul. You're going to jail.
Not Diddy. 50? Let me tell you what. He's got a mouth on him, but sometimes he be right.
Hey, listen,
a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's what I was to say. Same with Cat Williams. He was on Club Shay Shay talking all this noise. Listen, you got to take what he said with a grain of salt, but a lot of that was giving truth. And the Diddy stuff to me was giving truth. So I want to end it with like thoughts, prayers, good vibes to all the people who like were affected by this. It's horrifying and so sad, but I'm glad that it seems like we're going to get some justice when it comes to this.
And the thing is, the last I heard of it, they were raiding the home, but he like got away on a private jet. Have they found him?
He on the island, child.
Which island?
Also, though, how you gonna leave your kids there?
That's the thing I've been seeing on TikTok. He like they do all the like the videos like Hannah Montana kissing the house goodbye. It's like Diddy like literally saying peace out to his kids. Are they young?
No, they're adults
still,
but they're
to deal with that.
Like because he knew that's why he low key ran because he knew that they was coming for him. But they were like handcuffed. I did not like that.
No, it's like, because what are they doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't know if they were even involved, if there is any involvement. They were not arrested. They were just detained. So they were handcuffed while the feds went through all their stuff. But why would you put your kids on Front Street like that?
No, I think, one, it proves you're guilty. Two, it makes you just realize, I've never really liked Diddy. I mean, I guess he throws all these parties and stuff. I watched enough of Making the Band to be like, I just don't like, you give like what every like evil record producer in a movie is about.
On a whole other front, aside from like the legit abuse, he is like a horrible businessman in that like people been wanting their masters for years. People were making no money working with him. Like this is a long time coming, and he gonna get his.
That part.
All right, moving on along.
Moving on up.
Have you heard about Euphoria? I'm about sick of them.
The Euphoria people?
Yes.
Okay, so I've never seen one episode, but it's constantly fed to me on TikTok.
You've never seen an episode?
I don't like dark stuff, and I've heard Euphoria is very dark.
It's good though.
But this is the thing. Everybody's always making light of it, so I'm always like, oh, is it going to be funny? And people are like, no, it's dark.
It's dark, but there are funny moments.
Bitch, you better be fucking lying. In Oklahoma? Or whatever she said. What did she say? She's like, you look like you're from Oklahoma.
No, she said, are you auditioning for Oklahoma? and she thought she was in a costume.
She literally looked like Heidi or something.
It was, listen, it's a really, really good show. The acting is phenomenal.
Well, look who you got.
Zendaya,
Jacob
Elordi, Sydney Sweeney.
The mom who is in Legally Blonde.
Yep. Angus Cloud, may he rest. And that's the thing. So just a little backstory, y'all. They've been pushing this back for years.
Because COVID.
COVID pushed it back. Then they had some other, I guess, creative issues.
And then we had the strike.
They were supposed to start filming this year for a 2025 release date.
At that point, just cancel the show.
Right.
Like, wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Do a special.
Because they are booked and busy. Zendaya don't need the check.
She's in
Sydney
doing
Sweeney
1, 2, 3, 4,
don't need
5,
the check.
6.
But you know, the mama said she did need the check. The mama, the lady who played the mama said, she was like, no, we need to get back to doing this because, like, I'm trying to pay my bills.
That part.
Like, she's a working actress in that way. And that, like, she's not making millions of dollars. And the fact that they keep pushing back the start date, listen, at this point, give me a goodbye episode and get the hell on.
Literally.
Give me a 2-hour special. Let's wrap it up and keep it pushing.
They did that with that show Looking. It was about all those little gay boys who lived in San Francisco. First season was fierce. Second season was fierce. I was like, where's the third season? They just made a movie and dipped.
See, I ain't never heard of it. But
it's raunchy.
Oh, not
Watched
raunchy.
it under the covers before it came out.
Oh, stupid.
I did. I lived alone, but watched under the covers because I was afraid, somebody would see through the windows.
Your gayness through the window? Okay.
Yeah. As if I wasn't like, wake up, while I was cleaning, but, I was like, whatever.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when they announced it, everybody was like, keep your little stanky show.
Yeah, literally.
Just keep it. Don't come back.
Because also Zendaya is a star.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney is in a lot of movies.
Why you shading her like that?
She is.
Zendaya's a star. Sydney Sweeney, a lot of movies. It was giving beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns, trash. Well, the last Sydney Sweeney movie I've seen was Madam Web. So.
Oh, I saw the one with her and that man.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
What's it called? Anyone But You.
Anyone But You.
It was cute. I will say my thing with Sydney Sweeney. I love her. I think she's a very cute girl. They will put her in any scenario to show them titties.
Yes.
It's stuff that don't even be making sense, just so her titties come out.
They said, here are my milkers.
And she looks great. She always looks great. But I'm just like, girl, no.
Oh, even in the Madam Web movie, they're all like, the other one's like all goth and covered up. The other one's like a skater. And then she's like a schoolgirl who apparently school uniforms come down to, below midriff now. And then she was like, what are we going to do?
Literally,
if you're not watching, I'm bouncing my own titties. So.
That is literally everything she said. I'm like, okay. And she's a good actress. Like, she does a good job, I mean, from what I've seen.
Yeah. So.
She was really great in Euphoria. But I think, too, with one, I was, after Angus passed on and got his robe, everybody was like, we don't even want this anymore, like, depressing. Yeah. And they did need the time. So, and I'm a big component of that. Like, you just can't just hop back into filming.
No.
Do you think they're going to start? They're supposed to start in October, right?
At this point, I don't care. I don't think so.
I don't either.
Because Jacob Elordi's also doing well, too. And then there's probably some other people. But, like, those are, like, the big three. Sydney, Zendaya, and Jacob. They're like, movie stars now.
Hunter Schafer.
She was
our
in
girl
Hunger Games.
Hunter, yeah.
Yes.
And she's been working a lot, too.
Yes. And so I'm just like, why... this is somebody who hasn't seen it too, so I wasn't like, it's so good.
It is so good.
I'm like, no. And there's already enough dark stuff on. When I watch TV, I like light.
You do like light.
I like light, and it's just like kids in high school. Okay, honestly, no. This is my biggest thing. Why are you, it just hit me. Like,
I see.
Why are you 35 years old with a backpack on me, like, see, in homeroom?
What are you talking about?
These actors are like in their 30s.
Oh, yeah. Well, that.
And then that has always bugged me. Have you ever seen Romy and Michelle's high school reunion?
Yes.
They are
49
carrying their AARP card, as you would say. Literally. Grease.
Well, because
that was my grandma.
But also, though, Blake, you can't have kids doing the things they do in that show.
Why? It's almost like it's too dark.
You can't have like actual teenagers acting out the things that are happening in this show. You haven't seen the show, so you don't know the gravity of it. It would be gross.
So then to play the devil's advocate.
The devil don't need no advocates.
I'm going to do it. If they can't get teenagers to do these activities, then why is the show set in high school in the first place doing these activities?
Because that's just how the life. Listen, some people's high school
experience. And that is why Hollywood is corrupt.
Is Euphoria. Like, it wasn't mine. I was doing regular stuff, but.
Were you?
I was. You ain't going to incriminate me on this
about
show.
Your little parties at the community center.
Not the community center.
Let's move on.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no. Actually, do you think it'll be continued?
No.
No?
I mean, I would
Do you want it to?
I don't care, bro. I don't care.
I'd rather send Zendaya in a movie. Challengers? See, that's what I want to go see
Yeah. I don't care. Come back, don't come back, but shut up. Okay,
yeah.
moving on along.
Maybe I'll watch it.
To the main event.
Gypsy Rose's attitude.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
Beyonce.
Giselle Knowles Carter.
This ain't Texas.
It's always a bit with you.
I love it.
It's always a bit.
Wait, hold on. This ain't Texas.
Okay.
I won't wear it for the whole thing because the lighting.
Yeah.
The lighting does a lot for my face, but for the little bit.
Okay.
Beyonce's gone country, gal.
She's gone country. Cowboy Carter was released this week.
Yep.
We all got together and had a listening party. Blake, tell me what your initial reaction was.
So my initial reaction to Cowboy Carter was, Beyonce has said this before, and you've talked about it on here. Nobody makes albums anymore. When I heard Cowboy Carter,
You are getting real serious.
I'm getting so serious. Even as a musician, it's just like
not as a musician.
I'm a musician.
I know. I'm just.
Oh, that felt real heavy.
It did give shade.
I'm
sorry.
Did, yes. So, anyways, when I listened to this album, front to back, that was an experience. Every note, the wording, how she did the introductions. I was just sitting there and I was like, I saw you. You were over there having a spiritual experience.
I was.
But I was just like, from the production standpoint, because now you get albums, especially too. It's just like we've got the hot singles, and then we'll throw an album together to hopefully get sales. And it was just so nice to hear I felt like I was at a show.
Complete body of work.
Literally.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Loved it.
Yeah. What about you?
I didn't think that the bar could get any higher for her. I honestly thought that she might be plateauing. She's getting older. You know, after being in the business for almost 30 years, how can you continue to reinvent yourself? The bar, not only did she raise the bar, she raised it 3, 4, 5 notches. I didn't know that Beyonce had this gear to even go in.
Hyperdrive.
The
hyperdrive.
The emotional experience that was that album, there were tears, there were laughs, there was twerks, there was all the things.
There was pauses. We need to hold on for a second.
We had to pause and get ourselves together 3 or 4 times because it just was so big. It felt bigger than just Beyonce.
That is the tea.
And she does that so well. And as a Black woman, I felt proud, watching her experience and what she had to go through to even get here. The music was phenomenal. The vocals were phenomenal. I have no notes.
No notes.
No notes.
I have a friend that he always says, I appreciate Beyonce. She is one of the best singers. He said when it comes to maybe the form, the music, he's like, it's just not my favorite thing to listen to. And I was like, okay. But he said he listened to that album through and he said, kind of what I did. He was like, this was an experience. And he said, this will be on repeat. He was like, this is just such a different caliber of what we're listening to. And it's just, and I don't want to go off on country music again, but is a country album too. It's just like, she didn't sing about a hometown once. She didn't sing about the back roads or the football team. I just lost my train of thought, but it's okay because I love Cowboy Carter.
Listen.
Do you want to wear the hat?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'll take it off.
Okay, we're going to get to the hard part. We play a little game on this podcast whenever a new album comes out where we pick our top 3 and we throw away a song. What's the first song that you're keeping on your board?
Song?
Yeah.
The first song I am keeping is Protector.
Wow.
Those guitar licks at the beginning, and then just even the intro to that where she's like, Mom, can you sing me a lullaby or whatever? What's her name? Donna? Rumi?
What the hell? That is a baby. That is not, her name is Rumi, child.
Anyways, I just, the guitar, that's where the picture just started to form in my mind. I just could see myself in a car on a Sunday drive, hand out the window, which is funny because a couple songs later, there was some lyric about the hand out the window, and I was like, she knew what she was doing.
The imagery of it was beautiful.
Yeah. What is your first you're keeping? Immediately.
American Requiem.
Really? Just from the start?
From the start, I just looked over at our friend Ellen and just saw the tears. And I was like, it just like hits you in that place. It's setting the stage for this like beautiful journey we're gonna go on with her in the album. Beautifully written, produced really well. Lyrically, I thought was fantastic. So yeah, that one set me up for like, oh, this is what this is about to be about.
Oh yeah.
Even though we take some twists and turns along the way.
It was a curvy back road for sure, even though she didn't mention it, but I loved it. I will say, if you have not been to a Rewind listen party, it is fierce. But you need to go with Ellen, our friend. She's she's a friend of the pod. Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Ellen.
But she feels music in
her
every
soul.
being.
Yeah.
And you do not know what a music fan looks like until you have listened to something.
100%.
So, yeah.
All right, cool. What was your number 2?
My number 2 was... Most Wanted. Is that what it's called? Most Wanted? With Miley Cyrus?
With Miley. Dang, I forgot about that
one! I wanted to call it Shotgun Rider because of the lyric, but the harmonies, especially Miley, there was one where she's like, I'll be a shotgun. But it goes to the, I'm not going to try to do it.
You shouldn't, because that wasn't a good...
She does this harmony where it's like, you
don't have to sing it. You ain't got to sing it.
I wanted to try and redeem myself.
No.
But
just
she
tell us about it.
And then she goes down, and then she comes right back to it, and they blend so well together. The message of the song, I feel like it also makes you think of people, and I'm seeing the trend on TikTok right now where people are like showing who their shotgun rider, their most wanted is. It's so fun. You didn't come to my mind. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. That was so ugly for no reason.
I will push this microphone stand over and walk right out that front door.
Right at that door. But we're talking about Cowboy Carter.
And I could talk about this by myself. Follow me at I Am Raven Dawson for my Cowboy Carter review. Funny.
What's yours?
Well, I was going to piggyback off what you're saying.
Okay.
Who knew that we needed a Beyonce-Miley collab?
That part.
Who knew that like our hearts and souls needed that song so badly? The blending of their voices, because I love Miley's voice. It's so special. You hear a Miley Cyrus song and you know it's Miley Cyrus.
That part.
No one else sounds like her. And just to see like on Instagram, like Miley talks about their friendship and like how they've like known each other for all these years and how much she loves Beyonce. And like now seeing her as like a grown woman and them have this, very mature, beautiful experience together. It was phenomenal.
Well, and this is the thing I love too. You see a title like Most Wanted. And then you see Beyonce and Miley. And so I'm thinking it's going to be like a vocal op or it's going to be
like big.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just this soft.
Oh, so good.
I loved it.
So my number 2 is spaghetti. I've said for years.
Yep.
Beyonce is my favorite rapper.
Okay.
She eat every rap chick up. She is number 1. She is the one to beat.
You are dying for a rap album.
I wanted a rap album so bad from her. The way I got up and did one of these.
She had that stank face. She was like,
It is so good. It's what we needed on a country album. And I love that she like took us through so many different styles of country music because low key, they love to talk about a back road in a football game over a trap beat these days. So like I like that she gave us that dynamic too.
Oh yeah. I heard one recently and it was a Morgan Wallen song. To a trap beat, and it's like one of them cowgirls, and it's like I don't know how to do it.
I see that,
and it's just funny to me again because we have a song like Spaghetti, and they're like that's not country at all, and I'm but when you're on Broadway, 6 PBRs deep, and there's a TikTok trend going around where they're doing the Alan Jackson song to the and people are like, this is my mix. So why don't you like this Beyonce album?
What song is that? The one you just did?
Snap Your Fingers.
Okay.
Yes, that was my jam. Yes.
Okay. Whose song is that?
Little John.
Ah,
no, Lil John.
No, okay. You were very
Little
white.
John.
It was very white when you said it. I was going to let it go.
Johnny.
Mr. Little John.
Who also does the song, Please Get Low. Okay.
What's your third?
My third would have to be Yaya.
Yaya was good.
We were twerking it out in the living room. It had so many layers. We were going to church a little bit too.
It was so good.
So good. That was one of the ones that we said pause. We need a minute. We need a bathroom break. I need a towel off.
Get it together.
Literally.
That's a good one.
What about you?
I'm going to say amen at the end, the
final?
closer.
Okay.
I sitting by weepy Ellen. We didn't talk about Ellen a lot this episode, but Ellen will cry at the drop of a dime.
Drop of a hat.
She's a crier. I am not a crier.
No shame.
No shame or disrespect. But I'm just not a crier like that. And I could feel myself getting emotional throughout the album, and I was like, I'm not about to be crying at no Beyonce album. I'm sorry. When she said, "This house was built with blood and bone." And it crumbled. Yes, it crumbled. The statues they made were beautiful, but they were lies of stone. I have goosebumps now. I was like, I'm gonna cry.
Right now?
No.
Oh. I was like, no, this is great. Get the Zoom. I was like, Angel, hit the Zoom.
I was like, it wrapped it up so well in that, the purpose of the album to give a voice to Black country artists who aren't getting play, to wrap up the CMA situation that we'll talk about in a minute, and to do it for the people of the past, our ancestors, Beyonce ancestors too. Shout out to Gadsden, Alabama.
Come on.
Who the people in Gadsden, so I'm from Birmingham. Gadsden, they up. They up right now.
Wait, what's Gadsden?
Gadsden is a city in Alabama.
I got that. Why are they up?
Because Beyonce shouted them out. Are you drunk?
No, and what song? She had 27 songs. I loved the album. It was an experience, but I don't remember where she said Gadsden.
So her dad is from Gadsden, Alabama, which is probably an hour north. I'm bad with geography, y'all, so don't quote me on it.
Don't ask Raven for directions.
I do landmarks. Yes. You take a left at the Chick-fil-A.
You still use Waze to get to your house, and you lived there for 2 years.
I love to use Waze. I will use Waze to go down the street. I will use Waze to go to Publix. I will use Waze to go to Target.
Your comfort
app.
I
like to understand and know.
I will say this. For someone who loves the Waze app, you sure do be showing up late to stuff. For someone who doesn't like a roadblock or a construction zone.
What that got to do with Cowboy Carter?
She says in that one line of the song, I'll be your shotgun rider. So if Waze is riding shotgun, why are you always late?
I think it's because...
What song would you throw away?
What song would you throw away for real?
This is hard because...
Oh, this is hard.
This is hard
Ain't no throwaways.
because even the top 3, as I gave them, I loved Blackbird.
Oh, I forgot about Blackbird.
I loved the Post Malones. I loved, someone on Twitter said, or whatever it's called, someone said, I can't explain it, but for some reason, it sounds like Beyonce made Post Malone shower before he recorded his vocals. Probably where Remy says, can you sing me a lullaby? Because then I'm not getting rid of a lot. No, that sounded ugly.
That's a part of the song. You picked that as a top.
That's
like you can't pick an interlude.
I can't throw away an interlude?
No, that's not how this works.
Oh, is it not?
No, I just made that rule.
Oh, okay. So you're operating like America.
Yeah. House rules.
Yeah. This is my house.
Wherever I am, I own.
Oh, I'm so glad to know that.
Raven's rules.
Okay, I guess I would throw away.
We're going to be here all night.
What?
Hurry
It's that hard. This is not the Ariana Grande album where I would say, here's seven songs you can have back.
You can literally have them all back.
You go, because I really don't know.
I think I'm going to pick, it's like Honey Sugar Buckin'. It's the one with Shabuzi. Sweet Honey Buckin'.
Sweet Honey Buckin'?
No,
Why?
and I liked it. I just liked it the least, I guess.
Okay, so maybe Two Hands to Heaven. The one where she sang like for 8 minutes about Jay-Z. And I looked at you at the end and I said, she loves that man.
I've said it for years. She loved that man. She loved him for real. But I low key, she's been with him a really long time. Mm-hmm. She loved him down. Mm-hmm. I'm happy for her. All right, let's talk about internet reactions. What did you see? Because I know we have different algorithms. We're in different.
Although I do love to be on Black Twitter.
You do.
I do. Never a commenter, always a spectator.
Yes, you're very respectful of that.
Not my place.
Yeah. On my timeline, I felt like it was a lot of praise. Mm-hmm. I felt like people were like, oh my God, she's done it again, better than ever. A lot of breakdowns of what things meant, why she chose those women to be on Blackbird with her, with him writing that song for, it was like a civil rights moment. I can't remember which one it was right now, probably because I'm hungover. Tired.
We had a time last night.
We had a time. We had my birthday party yesterday.
Yes. Ooh, I drank.
Your girl running on fumes. So
running on fumes. So
sorry.
energy feels a little down this week.
Yeah, because because I'm trying to throw up on myself.
Literally. Or on my microphone. I paid for that. So.
But yeah, it was a lot of praise. It was a lot of people being like, I love her. There is no one in her category. Like, she is in a league of her own. There is not another person who can touch her.
Call Tom Hanks. She is in a league of her own.
Okay, bitch. That was good.
Yes.
All positive on my end, but I'm not in like the country music space. Or like or no shade. Like my timeline be a lot of black people. And we love her.
So on like my Instagram, my TikTok praise, aside from our YouTube comments, getting on Facebook, different story. Who gets on Facebook anyways?
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Maybe
you do it. You're like a glutton for punishment.
Literally, I'm like, what's going on over here? And people are like, and I'm like, okay, sure, whatever.
Was it mostly like she's not country enough?
She's not country. No. So Jolene, Dolly Parton posted about Jolene.
Yeah.
And people were in her comments and they were like, I really, I listened to it, but I just like your version better. I like the tear in your voice, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, just say you don't like black people.
It's shorter.
Literally.
It's easier.
Like, also, too, when Carrie Underwood's carving the name into the leather seats or Miranda Lambert shooting somebody, you don't care.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, girl power. So she's like, don't you can take my man. Everybody's like, it was a little too aggressive for me. I'm like, no, it wasn't. We were on the couch. We were like, oh.
My pet peeve of life is when people use aggressive to describe black women. Black men too, but mostly us. I cannot stand that. Any little thing like, excuse her for standing up for herself and for having a moment and for having a voice. People want you to be in a box and to be quiet so bad. And she's not going to do that.
She said, I'm going to sing this country music.
And do it better than a lot of the people doing it. No shade, no disrespect to the country artists.
Which is how this whole thing got birthed in the first place.
Oh, let's get to it. And we're talking about the CMAs.
Yeah, 2018?
Possibly. Yeah. Where she performed with the Chicks.
Chicks?
Yeah, they did Daddy Lessons.
Middle name redacted.
And low-key, the reaction was terrible.
Piss poor.
People were getting up and leaving. I think people booed. I heard low-key Alan Jackson got up and left.
Which,
sir,
go sail down the Chattahoochee.
Like literally, their last hit was in 1986.
It's given hard schism.
It's big schism energy.
Big schism, that's what you
big
said.
Schism energy.
Which also, I'm like, was that true? It would not shock me.
I don't know. And like I said, allegedly. We wasn't there, and Mr. Jackson, if we wrong, we apologize.
But also, you're at an award show.
Yeah, you sit there and you smile.
Yeah, you sit there and you smile.
And you clap when it's over.
And you go, and then you do that. When I watched it, I was like, this is fierce.
My God. It was
my daddy said, shoo.
It was so good. And her voice, her throat was very lubricated that day. It was giving lubrication of the throat. Them notes was coming out all sweet and supple.
Took a shot of olive oil.
Her body looked good. The girls looked good.
The dress was fierce.
I'm sorry. What are the names of the women of the Dixie Chicks?
We got Natalie Maines.
Natalie,
Griselda.
Who is that?
And then Stacy.
Natalie. Emily and who? Smarty or Marty? Marty.
So
Emily, Natalie, and Marty.
Yeah.
All looked good. I know who Natalie is. I don't know the Marty twins of what the L twins. I don't know which one of them is which. No shade, no disrespect.
Yeah.
They all look good though, and they all was the one who plays the fiddle.
Marty plays the fiddle.
Marty played the thing. Marty, that girl.
She is.
She really is that girl.
She's the girl. She's not up front, but she's like the one you go find at a party. And you're like, hey, what's up, girl?
For
you
sure.
Want to play the fiddle? Yes.
But yeah, they looked really good. They sounded great. There was nothing to be said negative about that performance.
Yeah.
But because of schism, they was like.
So the thing that was funny is the CMAs invited the Chicks and Beyonce. So in a way, at the forefront of it, you're thinking like, oh, well, like
it'll be fine.
Because a couple of years before, they had Little Big Town singing with Ariana Grande. Bang Bang. And they were bang into the room. I was like, what's happening right now? But it was still kind of fierce. So I'm thinking, okay, because they did that for a while. JT and Chris Stapleton.
Oh, that was good.
I was in the audience for that. You want to talk about electricity going through that?
That was a good one. Woo! And I don't even be watching the CMAs like that.
So then the next year.
I prefer the CMT Awards. Because, y'all, there is a difference.
Tell it.
CMA and CMT are separate.
Country Music Association.
Them the ones who be wilding out. And then there's Country Music Television. And they be doing social impact work. They're inclusive. They hire really fine employees that happen to be in our friend group. So that is different. So don't mix them up because we'll fight with you.
During Pride Month, they shine a light on gay country artists.
They do. See, they be doing the right thing. So CMT is good. CMA has room for improvement.
Oh, yeah. And they also do Next Women of Country where, because let's be honest, black country artists, it's hard, but even just women on the platform.
So shout out to CMT for doing great work and for really pushing country music forward and doing the right things to the country music artists.
If you would love us to present at the CMT Awards, I will put my cowboy hat right back on and Raven will go find one.
Listen, I'm from Alabama.
Yes.
Don't get more country than that.
Amen. They get real country there, cousin country, you know what I mean? Anyways, roll tide. So back to
Take
square
that hat
one.
off.
Why?
It's distracting.
Only if you put it on real quick.
I got a big head.
Well, you know. But it's full of wonder and ideas. Yes. My daddy says shoo. Okay.
Away from me with that Apollo.
Okay. And then the backlash comes. And then this is where CMA could just be like, y'all are weird. That was a great performance. Yanks that performance video.
That was so dramatic.
Yes.
How you did that. Yanks.
That performance video off of YouTube. The second the comments get bad, never says a word about it. And like to this day,
they should have put out a statement that basically got their audience together.
Literally.
That's what I would have done. What y'all not gonna do is be rude to our house guests. Also needs to be said that I think some of the backlash came from the fact that she had released Lemonade and people realized Beyoncé was black. And in that moment, they was like, oh, I can't say nigga on here, can I?
You said it last week.
Oh, she a
Remember
nigga.
And I'll do it again.
And then she was standing up.
If you're watching, Raven said that, not me.
Yeah. She was standing up for people, victimized.
You almost said she was standing up for police brutality.
Bitch, I am tired. I'm sorry, Beyonce. She was speaking out against police brutality.
There you go.
At that point in time, we'd been seeing unarmed black people being lynched in modern day lynching. Unfortunately, is the best way to put it. And she was standing up for something that I think the audience of the CMA audience may not have felt the same way that she felt.
And boo-hoo.
Yeah, look.
Boo-hoo.
Beyonce's a bajillionaire. And at this point, like it or don't. Because she ain't going nowhere. Obviously, now she really going to be all up in your face, and I love it.
Love it.
And in American Requiem, she makes it very clear that the reason this album was birthed from that experience. This woman is from Texas. She also makes it very clear that, when they first came into the industry, they got made fun of for being so country the way they talk. Because they're from Texas. They had those thick Texas accents.
I wish I was a whale.
A whale.
We don't know nothing about that mad cow disease. If you ever want good entertainment, go watch old Destiny's Child interviews.
Freaking cute and so funny. And it's like, so I go from being too country and being made fun of for being too country, and now all of a sudden I'm not country enough. Where is the authenticity in that? And I like that she was so direct as she pointed it out. I give it 10 out of 10.
Exactly.
My other big takeaway was the shade to the Artist of the Year line. Baby.
What was the line again?
So in Sweet Honey Bucket.
The song you would throw away?
Yeah, it was my throwaway song. She says, AOTY, I ain't win. I ain't stunned about them. Take that shit on the chin. Come back and up the pen. Bitch. She
said what
she didn't put the bitch on the end. I did it. Bitch. We were gagged. The girls were gagged.
And Ellen was crying.
There is no one who has her impact on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And not just black culture, but pop culture. Like, she is the blueprint. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad she addressed it. Mm-hmm. Like, I wanted her to address it because I'm mad. Mm-hmm. I'm big mad that she hasn't won Artist of the Year yet. No. So I was happy to hear her bring it up.
This is what's funny. The Grammys played in her face the other day.
They played in her face. I love the Grammys people. If they ever want to work with us, we are more than happy to work with them. But they be playing in people's face. Mm-hmm. I don't know who run that little account. That was shady. You didn't have to do her like that. Mm-hmm. Just say the album was good and be done. Yeah. Anyway, moving on along. Another top for me was Jolene. Mm-hmm. The new rendition of Dolly Jolene. P.
I heard you have a little hussy on your end, too, with good hair.
With good hair.
I love her so
Dolly
much.
is the best. Oh my gosh. Is a national treasure.
She's somebody who, if I met, I might cry.
Literally. Yeah. I love her. I have this recurring dream that I go to, is it Dollywood?
It's Dollywood.
I go to Dollywood to interview her, and we have on matching outfits.
Baby.
And it's a bit. And I show up there.
Oh, and now you want to do a bit.
And she's like, you stole my look. And I'm like, you stole my look. Oh I've had this dream, I swear to you, 12 times.
So we've started this podcast where we're basically interviewing each other.
Yeah.
In this dream, am I there?
Nope, it's just me. It's just me and Dolly. I'm sorry. I didn't even know you then at first. Not you get teary-eyed because you're not with me and Dolly.
I feel like it's really rude that you didn't invite me.
So my subconscious did not invite you.
Let me touch your forehead.
Don't touch me.
Yes, I want to be in the dream.
No.
I want to be in the dream.
No, you don't get to be in the dream.
From now on, you're going to have that dream. She's like, I wore the same outfit. And you go, me too. And then I come out and I'm like, me too. And you're like, damn it.
I would wake up like, bitch, wake up. Bitch, wake up. That rendition of Jolene was fire. It was funny, but like, I'm also afraid of Beyonce now. Mm-hmm. If I ever meet Jay-Z, I'm not looking at him in the eye. Because I don't want her to think I'm trying to take her man. Beyonce, I'm not trying to take your man. She's scary. Moving on along. So we had Miss Dolly P.
Dolly P.
We had Mr. Willie Nelson.
Willie N.
In Blackbird, we had all of those wonderful women. Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer.
Raina Roberts.
And the other one.
Tiara Kennedy.
Yeah.
Love her.
It was such a moving part of the album. We love those women. I'm glad that they are getting their platform and having their opportunity.
The moment behind that song too. Yes, of why it was that song.
The it girl. They're the it girls right now. And then we had Miley Cyrus. Mm-hmm. We had Posty Maloney. Shaboozey. Linda Martell.
I will say, I love that Beyonce made Willie Nelson spell cunty. You're listening to K-U-N-T-Y. It took me a whole beat.
It's K-U-N-T-R-Y. It's country.
Oh,
Lord. He can't read or spell. It's K-U-N-T-R, like country.
No.
Bible, it is.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Why you wanted him to spell cunty so bad?
Because that's funny.
It is funny. I like that. It was like
I can just see Beyonce like, so this is the line. You're going to say you're listening to K-U-N-T-Y. And he's like, all right, you're listening to K-U-N-T-Y.
No, it's definitely country.
Oh, okay.
The features, I think she did such a good job of like incorporating all the big players. From newer artists to the more classic artists like Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton. It really added a lot to the album for me. Okay, so word on the street.
Tell me.
Is that Beyonce Giselle Quarter is going to release tour dates. Question.
Yes.
Tell me what you think about me.
And I buy my own rings.
Okay. What do you think the vibe of the tour is going to be?
Country. Cowboy hats. That was like the theme, and now I'm doing the log line. Put that mic right back up to your face. It's going to be country, but it's going to be
I have something to say I forgot. Can we talk about how I called the Tanner Adele thing a little bit?
Sure.
Don't be ugly.
I would never cut you off.
I be knowing.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing.
You have the sight.
I have the sight.
You have the sight.
Because I had just...
Raymond.
Yes. I had just talked about her previous episode, and then guess who popped up on the album?
Blackbird singing in the dead of...
My girl, Tanner Adele. I be knowing. Mm-hmm. I be knowing. Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't remember what I was talking about.
The tour.
Cowboy
hat. You didn't say nothing important. Cowboy hats and country.
That was quit being ugly. Like, metaphorically, fine.
Oh, baby, I knew that's not what you meant. Could never be me.
Call you peaches when we. Anyways, country, cowboy hats, but like fancy rodeo. Like Renaissance, she was like, we're doing disco ball, we're doing it up. What on her birthday, she's like, we're wearing that silver. She's gonna be like, you're going to like a black tie rodeo.
Ooh.
And I did not understand the assignment at Renaissance because I had just gotten off work, so I showed up in booty shorts and a tank top and a pink cowboy hat. And this time, I'm going out for it.
Oh yeah, we ready.
What do you think it's gonna be?
Okay, I think this is what I would do. Ryman.
Auditorium? She's going to be tired.
I was just picking. I was going for vibes.
She sold out stadiums, but they're Ryman.
I was giving like country history or whatever. I love the idea. I was thinking all black. Like an all black vibe. I do think that it's going to be a tour. I don't think it's going to be like LA, New York, Houston.
Like you don't think it's going to be an actual residency either?
No.
Like where it's like, you must come here.
No, I do think that.
Oh, okay.
I do think that.
Slay.
Because she just did a huge tour.
What if she does it in Branson, Missouri?
Not Branson.
The whitest place on earth.
But I do think it's going to be that kind of situation. Or it's going to be like a really intimate, 6 shows in Vegas or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be a full tour.
But I also heard she might do a thing at the Sphere because she was.
I heard that fell through.
Really?
I heard the contracts it didn't.
I had a friend who worked there. I was going to ask her to hook me up.
Not you. You always asking for the hookup.
I don't ask for it, but I just let them know. If you want to hook me up. I'll never say. If you want to
hook me up, I'm available.
That's what we say on this pod all the time. If you want to sponsor us, but we're not going to beg. We don't beg.
No, we don't beg. Bad bitches don't beg.
I get on my knees for different things.
I don't, because I'm a good Christian woman. Don't go saying nothing on this podcast.
I pray.
That's not what he meant.
Yes, it did. Don't.
He was being nasty. But yeah, so that wraps up our.
I'll say this one more thing about the tour.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, if you're listening to this in real time, it's only going to be a few days before we get these tour dates. And I just need to let Beyoncé know, if you're listening right now or you see this on YouTube, I got to pay the rent. And I need you to be smart about this because if you want me there or Raven.
I'm going regardless.
Well, she's got a credit card. I did not listen to Dave Ramsey as I shouldn't. And so I don't have credit cards, but I need to go. So
I'm going.
Will you spot me?
What?
The ticket money.
Who said that?
You. Me asking you. Pray about it.
Oh, crazy.
I
got a headache all of a sudden. I got to go home.
This has been so much fun. I've loved talking about the album with you. Thank you all so much for listening. If you want to keep listening to Rewind the Podcast, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You know what you like. We're not going to tell you all the podcast places, but if you want to watch on our news-sponsored GoPro and our beautiful faces, you can watch us on YouTube. You can like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. If you're a troll, we'll troll you right back. The other thing I'm going to say is no, that was pretty much it.
That's good.
Yeah. If you want to follow Rewind in general, you can follow us at rewind.the.podcast wherever you get on social media. Raven?
Thank you so much for listening to another episode or watching the episode on YouTube, as Blake said. You can find me on Instagram at I am Raven Dawson.
And I just put my cowboy hat back on because I'm ready to Cowboy Carter Part 2. And I am Blake Rackley. You can follow me anywhere you see me on social media at Blake Rackley. And we will see you next week.
Peace.